Here is your fully punctuated, powerful, and engaging rewritten script in natural paragraph form. I've corrected the grammar, ensured clarity, and maximized its impact for audience retention. This version is designed to attract and hook your viewers effectively. Have you ever been called shy, mysterious, or just plain weird around women? What if I told you that what looks like shyness is actually strategic dominance? Sigma males don't fear women. They simply refuse to play the attention-seeking social games most others are addicted to. Welcome back, Sigmas. Today, we're cracking the code on one of the most misunderstood traits in masculinity: why Sigma males appear shy around women. Let's set the record straight. This isn't insecurity. It's precision. While most guys rush to impress, a Sigma steps back to observe. He's reading body language, scanning for authenticity, and testing energy like emotional reconnaissance. Psychologists have a term for this behavior: high social awareness. It means Sigma males study social environments carefully before acting. They're not antisocial, they're selectively social. Where an alpha might bulldoze his way into a conversation and a beta might freeze, the Sigma stays still, silent, but fully aware. That quiet energy can be mistaken for awkwardness, but it's not weakness, it's control. In a world begging for attention, the Sigma's refusal to overshare becomes magnetic. Women notice, not because he talks loud, but because he withholds. And that silence? It creates curiosity. It speaks louder than words. Behavioral psychology proves that people are drawn to mystery. The unknown triggers interest. Sigmas don't need to boast. They don't peacock. Their silence does the talking. So no, Sigma males aren't shy. They're strategic. And when they move with purpose. This isn't just about dating. It's about mastering presence, power, and perception. Let's go deeper. His self-possession is magnetic, and his refusal to play the game is exactile. But what this really means is that they're more introspective, observant, and precise in their communication. They're not antisocial, they're selectively social. Now, let's talk about flirting. For most people, flirting is playful and light. But for a Sigma male, it's a chess match. It must be mentally stimulating. A woman throwing out generic pickup lines or leaning on surface-level charm won't even make a dent. But if she drops a philosophical question, shares an original insight, or engages in deep, intellectual banter, now she has his attention. Sigmas are energy misers, not because they're stingy, but because they're strategic. They invest only where they see long-term value. Whether it's business, friendship, or romance, they're looking for depth, substance, and alignment. That's why they often come off as uninterested or aloof. It's not rudeness, it's discernment. Unless a woman radiates authenticity and emotional intelligence, a Sigma is more likely to respond with a quiet nod, a knowing smirk, and walk away. No drama, no games, just self-respect. This mystifies others, but that's part of the Sigma's mystery. He doesn't chase attention or approval. He values meaningful connection over small talk, presence over performance, quality over quantity. And that's why when a Sigma does speak, it matters. They're deep thinkers, not smooth talkers. Sigmas live in their heads. They're not just reacting to life, they're observing it, dissecting it. Think of them as modern-day philosophers in hoodies. While others chase social validation, Sigma males sit back, sip their coffee, and mentally unravel the human experience. This mental depth isn't just a quirk, it's power. Studies in psychology show introspective individuals often score high in traits like analytical thinking and openness to experience. They're drawn to abstract ideas, existential questions, and self-awareness. That's the Sigma mindset. While others are wondering what shirt makes them look best at a party, the Sigma, it's discernment. Unless a woman radiates authenticity and emotional intelligence, a Sigma is more likely to respond with a quiet nod, a knowing smirk, and walk away. No drama, no games, just self-respect. This mystifies others, but that's part of the Sigma's mystery. He doesn't chase attention or approval. He values meaningful connection over small talk, presence over performance, quality over quantity. And that's why when a Sigma does speak, it matters. They're deep thinkers, not smooth talkers. Sigmas live in their heads. They're not just reacting to life, they're observing it, dissecting it. Think of them as modern-day philosophers in hoodies. While others chase social validation, Sigma males sit back, sip their coffee, and mentally unravel the human experience. This mental depth isn't just a quirk, it's power. Studies in psychology show introspective individuals often score high in traits like analytical thinking and openness to experience. They're drawn to abstract ideas, existential questions, and self-awareness. That's the Sigma mindset. While others are wondering what shirt makes them look best at a party, the Sigma is pondering the illusion of time, or the paradox of choice. This constant internal dialogue can make them seem emotionally unavailable, but it's the opposite. They just operate in deeper waters. And here's where it gets fascinating. People are magnetically drawn to mystery. The Sigma male, intentionally or not, embodies that mystery. He doesn't overshare. He leaves space. And in that space, others project their fascination. Psychologically, humans are wired to solve puzzles. So, when someone doesn't give you all the pieces, like a Sigma, you want to know more. That's the secret. Sigmas don't chase attention, but they get it anyway, because mystery is magnetic. And it's not just about being quiet. It's about the calm control, the discipline, the ability to detach from chaos and drama. In a world moving at breakneck speed, a man who moves slowly thinks independence is their language. A Sigma doesn't need a woman to complete him. That's not arrogance, it's clarity. In a world constantly pushing the narrative that you're incomplete without a partner, the Sigma male stands like a lighthouse in a storm. His mindset isn't anti-love, anti-woman, or anti-connection. In fact, he's open to relationships, but only the kind that add value, not the kind that define his worth. This attitude is often misunderstood. Society is used to men chasing validation through romantic attention. We've all seen the trope: the man who feels whole only after winning the woman, or the guy who crumbles when a relationship ends. But the Sigma breaks the mold entirely. His identity is not anchored in who loves him, but in who he is when he's alone. That level of emotional independence is powerful. Psychologically, this ties into a concept called self-differentiation, the ability to maintain your identity in close relationships. Sigmas are masters of this. They can love deeply without losing themselves. They can commit without becoming codependent. Because they don't seek constant approval, they often appear distant or shy. But it's not shyness. It's intentional space. It's quiet strength. While others try to impress, the Sigma scans the environment and decides if it's even worth engaging. To the untrained eye, his vibe may look like aloofness or social awkwardness. But in reality, it's confidence that doesn't scream for attention. There's a reason women are drawn to this kind of man. It's not because he plays games. It's because he's authentic, not chasing, not manipulating, just existing powerfully within his own frame. In psychological terms, he believes he controls his own destiny, not other people, not circumstance. A Sigma male doesn't shut the door on love, but he doesn't need love to feel whole. He welcomes it when it's real, mutual, and empowering, not when it's meant to fill emotional voids. So, next time you see a man who's not chasing, not over,